Then my mom and her girlfriend drove me down to Stanford, but they had to drive me down. I had to start late because that's when I had that infection in my leg and was in the hospital for 11 days.
Oh, that's awful.
I had thrombophlebitis, so I had to arrive there about a week late.
Oh,
I still had my leg wrapped. Yeah, I think I was using crutches or something. I wasn't using a walker. Probably used crutches for a while. For a while there, I had to take a shower with my leg outside of the shower stall.
She was physically, she had a big bandage on her leg when she first came to college.
Oh, that's right, yes.
So she had a little bit of a handicap there. But she, very pleasant. I mean, she's the same today as she was then.
Yeah, yeah. I could see the attraction for sure.
I was introduced formally to him, but I knew who he was.
How'd you know who he was?
Because he drove several of us women to church every Sunday.
Aww.
And he didn't know me from beans more than any other woman, but I knew who he was from that. And also, one time when I was dressed for church, and I had this big brimmed hat on that my mom thought was just a living in.
Oh, it probably was.
It was a straw, but it was wide brim, and it was a classy hat.
I bet it was.
And Dad was walking along, and he saw me, and he said, "Well, now that you've worn it, what are you going to do with it?"
Tell me about when you first met Mom.
Oh.
And as clued as much as you can remember.
Oh, golly. Well, at Stanford we had two graduate dorms side by side. The men's graduate engineering dorm and the women's graduate dorm.
Mm-hmm.
And we ate in the same dining hall.
Okay.
And Mom always took a long time to finish her coffee. So we would, have a lot of time to sit and talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I really got to know her.
We got to know each other because I was a very slow eater, and I was there through a couple of shifts of people a lot of times, especially dinner time. And so often he'd be one of the people sitting next to me or across from me or near me, and so we got to know each other somewhat then. And then
also Catholic.
What? Yes.
And I used to drive the Catholic girls to church on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
There were about 5 of them that would pile into my car.
Okay.
So I got to know all of them, but I always had a goal of marrying a Catholic.
Okay.
Oh, every Thursday night, the men from the dorm came over to watch Dragnet on TV in the women's dorm because they didn't have a TV in the men's dorm.
Oh, interesting.
And so there was a mix of boys and girls who watched Dragnet together.
Okay. If you remember, since there were a number of girls there, what made you say, there's something special about this one?
Oh, she laughed at my joke.
And she has a great laugh.
Yeah. Well, she has a wonderful personality.
Yeah.
That's what attracted me most.
Mm-hmm.
I was formally introduced to Dad right before Christmas. He was with another date, I was with another date in kind of a cocktail lounge. George Watto offered to teach us jitterbug. So several of us were doing the jitterbug, and so Jim and I were doing the jitterbug, and that's when he asked me to go out. And I don't even know what he had in mind when we went out. But then my friend Paula from Ecuador, Quito, Ecuador, said, "Oh, you should pretend like you're eloping." And so then I took my hat box, which is a big zippered
with the hat in it?
Box.
With the hat in it?
That's probably what it did have in it.
Okay.
I took that as if it was an overnight bag and pretended like we were eloping. And we just went out and drove around, and then we went and sat on a hill overlooking the sunset, watched the sunset, and just talked. And then he asked me out again, and I already had a date. And I said, "Oh, no, I can't go out." So then 2 or 3 weeks went by before he asked me out again.
Oh.
And he told me then that he was never going to ask me out again because he had this attitude that if he asked a girl out a second time and they said no, that they didn't want to go out with them.
When did you say to yourself, this is the gal for me?
When? Probably on about the fourth or fifth date.
So then we ended up dating, and then that June is when I went up to San Francisco, because that's where I had my 3 different, no, it was 2 different,
Rotations?
what do you call them? Yeah, rotations. 6 weeks each in 2 different places in San Francisco.
Okay.
So I was living up there all summer, but every weekend he would come up and see me, or I guess the way I went down probably was him coming up and getting me and bringing me down.
Wow.
And then I'd stay in the women's dorm.
How did you propose? Do you remember?
Well, we were together in the car, and just kissing each other, and I said, "Let's get married."
Aww. You didn't have a ring or anything? Or
No, and she said, "Yes."
When did you say to yourself, "This is the guy for me"?
Oh, I don't know when I did.
Well, what was
Well,
it about him that you most liked? That you just,
Real steady and solid, and good sense of humor. And of course very bright. Just a lot of things. I don't know, just a big teddy bear. I remember when I first was up in Portland with him, I wanted him to see the teddy bear that he was going to be taking the place of. And when I saw the teddy bear, I thought, oh my gosh, it was humiliating. It didn't have any fur left on it hardly, because I had loved it so much for years. And then we decided that we would be engaged, but it wasn't official. We decided before Christmas. And then I wasn't supposed to tell my folks, but I did. It's very bad.
What was the first meeting with the parents like? Like when you first met her parents?
Oh boy, that was very awkward. We were driving up at Thanksgiving to have Thanksgiving dinner there, from California to Portland, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And we had one of Mom's female friends in the back seat. And we hit this terrible winter weather. The roads were very icy. And
How long a trip was that? I'm just wondering.
probably, I'm thinking 14, 15 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're driving along, and we had an icy patch, and it went off the road.
Mm-hmm.
And the car turned over. And we got somebody stopped to help us, and
That had to be so scary.
oh yeah, it was. So we got a ride to the next big town, which is Bend, Oregon. And from Bend, Oregon, we had to take a bus to Portland.
Wow.
So we had Thanksgiving dinner in the bus station,
Oh.
then got on the bus, and we came into Portland about 10 o'clock at night. And that's when I met
Do you remember what you
parents
said?
for the first time. I don't remember what I said, no. My mind was in a haze at that time.
Yeah, I bet it was.
After the accident.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they were able to make the car drivable, so I could drive it back to California.
Wow.
And then I was able to get the car repaired,
Okay.
so we had that same car for the first few years of our married life.
Wow.
Met you at Stanford, chasing dreams so high. You arrived 1 week late, leg wrapped from the pain. Thrombophlebitis kept you down 11 days. but your smile lit the hall where we both stayed. Oh, Marion, my darling, from the very start, you laughed at all my jokes and stole my heart. Steady as the morning, my teddy bear so true, I knew I'd marry you, I'd marry you. Dorms stood side by side, we ate in the same hall. You'd linger with your coffee, I had time for it all. Drove the Catholic girls to Sunday Mass each week. Then one night before Christmas, your eyes met mine so sweet. Thursday nights we'd gather, watching Dragnet on TV. George taught us jitterbug, you danced there next to me. First date with a hat box, pretending we'd elope. Drove around till sunset on that hill we spoke. Oh, Marion, my darling, from the very start, you laughed at all my jokes and stole my heart. Steady as the morning, my teddy bear so true, I knew I'd marry you, I'd marry you. You said no the second time, weeks passed in the rain. I almost gave up asking, thought I'd lost my chance again. But you saw I was solid, with humor and with smarts. After just a few more dates, I knew you owned my heart. Kissed you in my car, no ring, but I asked true. You whispered yes forever, our love was born anew. Thanksgiving on the highway, icy roads in fear. Car rolled in the ditch, but angels brought us near. We took that bus to Portland, met your folks that night. Bus station at 10 o'clock, everything felt right. Through every storm we've weathered, that same old car we'd keep. You're my unchained melody forever.